Hey everyone, I'm Jenny Cleary and I'm your transformational nutrition coach. And today I wanted to talk about the perfect diet. So I have everyone's attention, right? Because that's what I get asked a lot. What is the best diet to follow? And tell me what's the perfect diet? And when you think about it, your question is maybe you won't say the perfect diet, but the best diet to follow. And when you think about it, you're really asking what's the perfect diet, right? And when you think about it it also means that we're all the same, right? That means what's the perfect diet means everyone in this world can eat the same perfect diet and everyone would be amazing, right? But we all know that that's not true because we're not same. Like we have totally different genetics. We live in different environments. We're all different ages and different health. And that's why everyone gets different diets. And some, things that people follow works for them and others for other people. And that's why there's this huge food fight, right? Like everyone's like paleo or, it's raw or, just vegan and all this madness. And really it's always going to be changing. Our bodies are constantly changing, right? We have all these new red blood cells that are being regenerated and our skin's always being regenerated. We have a new liver in 6 weeks, and so all of this constant regeneration going on, and it's just going to have so many different needs in our bodies, right? And so we have to constantly remind ourselves that there's so many factors that we have to consider. One is our lifestyle that constantly changes. It can even just be you changing jobs, right? From you going from being in a desk all the time to you working outside all the time. You're definitely going to require more food, right? Because you're working and getting things moving a lot more, right? It could even just be a change in finances, right? I mean, you not being able to do certain things because of limited money and resources, right? Another could just be your environment. Like I remember when I moved to Thailand, it was insane. I was craving fruit like crazy, and because even me, I have my moments where I'm like, no, I don't really, I was on a diet that was low in fruit before. And when I was in Thailand, I was holding out for the longest time. And finally one time I was like, screw this. And my body was just so happy. And it's so common for people to go somewhere else and really crave the native fruits and vegetables there. And, I went crazy on the papayas and on the mangoes. Oh my gosh, the mangoes were so amazing, and durians and all the amazingness there. And so your environment can change. It could be seasons, right? Like when you're colder, you're going to want different, fruits and vegetables that are different, right? Versus in the summer, that grow around there, and your body naturally wants this and can feel this, right? It can also be your age, right? Like when we were super young, starting off with milk, right? We don't eat milk anymore. I mean, some of you guys do, but not as your staple typically, right? And just as we age, we totally change with our needs, right? And then to our health, right? To when we're perfectly healthy and fine, to just the common cold, and you see people have soups more, to those who are, really, really ill, and how they have a special diet just for them as well, right? And so just keeping these all in mind, that there really is no perfect diet and that you're constantly always going to be changing, right? And to really just be aware of that, even from day to day, you really only know what your body needs and want for that day. And I even noticed for me the next day how I completely will eat, more of something than I did the day before that. And that's because maybe I exercised more, or for whatever reason, I was just way more tired, or anything, right? You just never know. There's so much stuff going on. There's so many variables. So you just have to just really listen to this body wisdom that you have, and just tapping into it and just being like, whoa, like what do I need right now? And when you tap into that and don't really rely on just eating for the sake of eating, or people saying that this is the right things to eat, instead of finding out if it really is for you and what you love and what you crave, right? And really figuring out, like, putting being really conscious about your eating, having this mindful eating to it, and figuring out, okay, am I gonna, focus on science nutrition, or am I gonna believe on like what social media says, or am I gonna listen to my emotions and just do some emotional eating, right? Or are you really just gonna tap into what really is going on, and not these perceived notions of what you think you need to eat and the perfect diet, right? So I hope that makes you a lot freer. But I know it could also just be, wow, I have so much power now, because you're free to do whatever you want, and to just really tap in to what's good. And, the baseline knowledge, if you absolutely have no idea where to start with, that is good for anything, is fruits and vegetables are amazing for you. You cannot go wrong with that. It has so many amazing vitamins and minerals that you can just start there, and you cannot go wrong there, and then tailor it to whatever works from there, and you will find your perfect diet. All right, let me know if you have any questions. You can send it to connect@jennycleary.net. In the meantime, also let me know in the comments what how you've realized this concept of that there is no perfect diet, and that your body is constantly changing, which means a changing diet, and how your diet has changed over the time. I would love to hear about it. Okay? Until next time, bye.